Hello, welcome to Quantum Online Academy. This is your Dr. Nagaraju Pendam. Today we are discussing about one more important topic, that is from complex analysis. Already I am informing you and daily I am teaching you one topic of CSR mathematical methods of physics topics. Once you have to see, once again I have to teach to you. CSR is a one autonomous body, that is the public sector undertaking company working under the Ministry of Science and Technology, DST. This is the CSIR. Every year, 2 times they will conduct the exam in 5 streams. One is the mathematical methods of mathematical sciences, another one is the physical sciences, chemical sciences, earth sciences, and life sciences. Like this, 5 areas they will conduct the exam. We are under the physical science, we will teach to you. So first you have to see in CSIR, the first paper is mathematical methods of physics. Mathematical methods of physics. This is very important. So based on this mathematical methods of physics, so many topics are there. Those topics, some topics are in core syllabus, some topics are in advanced syllabus is there. Once you have to see the core syllabus topics, once you have to take, the first topic is dimensional analysis. The second topic is linear algebra. In linear algebra, you have to take it as a matrices and Cayley-Hamilton theorem and eigenvalues and eigenvectors. Eigenvalues and eigenvectors are there. The third one is the vector algebra and vector calculus. Vector algebra and vector calculus, right? The fourth one is ordinary differential equation. Linear ordinary differential equations. In linear ordinary differential equations, there two orders are there, first order and second order. First order and second order ordinary linear differential equation. Now the fifth one is special functions. In a special function, four special functions are there according to CSIR mathematical methods of physics. One is the Hermite polynomial, another one is a Legare polynomial, another one is the Legendre polynomial, another one is a Bessel polynomial. So these are the polynomial symbols. Now the sixth one is Fourier series, Fourier transforms, and Laplace transform is there. This is the sixth one. Now the seventh one is complex analysis. Which topic it is? Complex analysis. We are under the complex analysis. Clear? For all the topics, one question I told you. If you likes my teaching, you have to take my app and listen our courses also. In complex analysis, elements of complex analysis and analytical function. After analytical function, the Taylor series and Laurent series I told. Today I want to teach about the poles. So what is the poles, right? Poles and residues and evaluation of the integrals are there. This is the fifth topic under the complex analysis. Clear? Under the complex analysis, this topic is the fifth topic. Once you have to see, GATE 2019, when this question asked in 2019, the pole of the function f of z is equal to cot z at z is equal to 0. What is the pole? First we have to learn about the pole. Later we have to discuss about a removal pole, a essential singularity, a simple pole, a second order pole is there. So what is the pole? Once I will teach about the classification of the poles or singularity. Classification of singularity, once you have to see. Classification of, which one we are seeing? Classification of singularities. Classification of singularities are three varieties of singularities are there. So based on our function, what is our function? Any complex function you have to written in terms of the two parts. One is the analytical part, another one is the principal part. What is the analytical part? Once you have to see, summation n is equal to 0 to infinite an z minus z0 whole to the power of n plus summation n is equal to 1 to infinite Bn z minus z0 whole to the power of minus n. There two parts are there here. Once you have to see this first part, the first term we call it as a analytical part. Which part it is? Analytical part. This part we call it as a analytical part. Now the second term is, we call it as a principal part. The second term we call it as a principal part. How many parts are there? Two parts are there. Clear? F of z is equal to summation n is equal to 0 to infinite a n z minus z0 whole to the power of n. This part we call it as a analytical part. This part we call it as a principal part. Based on this principal part, we are classifying the singularities. How we have to classify the singularities? Once you have to see the first singularity, we call it as a essential singularity. Which singularity? Essential, right? This is very, very important. Essential singularity. First singularity we call it as a essential singularity, or we also call it as a not removable singularity. Essential singularity or not removable singularity. The second one is, what is that second one? The second one we call it as a poles, right? We also call it as a poles, or we also call it as the second one, we also call it as a non-essential singularity. Which one it is? Non-essential singularity. Which singularity it is? Non-essential singularity. Poles are non-essential singularity, right? The third singularity we call it as, which singularity it is? It is a removable singularity. This singularity we call it as a removable singularity. How many singularities are there? First one is essential or not removable singularity. The second one is the poles are non-essential singularity. The third one is a removable singularity. What is the essential singularity? In the principal part. So once you have to see, principal part contains principal part contains principal part contains infinite number of principal part contains infinite number of terms. Principal part contains infinite number of terms, then that such type of singularity we call it as a essential singularity or not removable singularity. Now you have to see here, principal part contains finite number of terms. Principal part contains finite number of terms. Such type of singularity we call it as a non-essential singularity or poles. Here you have to see no principal part. You have to take the, in that f of z, principal part does not principal part, or you have to take, if there is no principal part in f of z, you have to take if there is no principal part, there is no principal part in f of z, there is no principal part in f of z, such type of singularity we call it as a removable singularity. I will give the example once you have to see. Examples, principal part contains infinite number of terms. So f of z is equal to e power 1 by z. It is a infinite number of terms, we will get it. F of z is equal to 1 plus 1 by z plus 1 by 2 factorial into z square, it will come. Here you have to see f of z is equal to f of z is equal to, I am giving z square is divided by z minus 1 into z minus 2 whole square. How many terms are there? Only two terms are there. Principal part, two terms are there. Suppose here I am giving the example. If you have to take, there is no principal part. F of z is equal to sin z is divided by z. There is no principal part because sin z is a odd series. Z get cancelled. You won't get any denominator z term. That's why such type of singularity we call it as a removal singularity. Clear? Essential singularity, not removable singularity. Poles are non-essential singularity or removal singularity is there. Three varieties of singular points we have, right? Based on this question came, now you have to see the question. What is the question you have to see? The pole of the function f of z is equal to cot z at z is equal to 0. F of z is equal to cot z at z is equal to 0. Suppose you have to see f of z is equal to cot z. F of z is equal to cos z. What is the expansion of this cot z? Cot z expansion is 1 by z minus z by 3 minus 1 by z minus z by 3 minus z cube is divided by 45 minus z 2 by 945 into 2 by 945 into z to the power of 5, 2 by 945 into z to the power of 5 plus z to the power of 7 is divided by 4725 minus and so on it will come, right? Here what they are asking, once you have to see here how many principal parts are there. Only one principal. Here there is no principal part, here there is no principal part, here there is no principal part, here there is no principal part. At z is equal to 0, at z is equal to 0, z0 is equal to 0, there is a principal part is there. So then what will happen? Z is equal to 0. So 0 it will become as a it will become as a which one it is, that is a singularity it will come. If z is equal to 0, that will become as a singularity, right? If z is equal to 0, z is equal to 0, so write something by 0 is equal to, it will become as a infinite. Infinite, you have to add or subtract anything, you will get it. So you have to get the singularity, it will come. So therefore which pole it is? Z tends to, at z is equal to 0, that pole we call it as a simple pole. Which pole it is? Simple pole, right? This pole we call it as a simple pole because a pole of order is equal to 1. If pole of order is equal to 1, then that type of pole we call it as a simple pole. How many terms are there? Only one term is there. So that's why that singularity we call it as a, which one it is? It is a essential singularity. Which singularity it is? This is a essential singularity, and we also call it as a essential singularity or not removable singularity, or not removable singularity, essential singularity or not removable singularity, or pole of order is equal to 1, pole of order is equal to 1. That's why we call it as a, just simply we call it as a simple pole. Which pole it is? Just we call it as a simple pole. Once you have to check the answers, so right, once you have to check the answers, a removable singularity, a principal part is existing, that's why it is not removable singularity. And essential singularity, it is a essential singularity, but essential singularity is which pole it is? Pole of order is 1. That's why we call it as a, so it is not essential, it is a essential singularity, not removable singularity, essential singularity, but the pole of order is equal to 1. That's why you have to take the superior answer. That superior answer is simple pole. Second order pole is not correct. Only simple pole is there, but only one term is there. That singularity we call it as a essential singularity. They are asking the pole. Pole is equal to simple pole. Based on the question, you have to do the answer. What is the pole? So B and C both are correct. So if option they will get it. In GATE examination, multiple answers also you will get the correct answer, right? Essential singularity also correct, but I am not asking the singularity. They are asking the pole of the function. Pole of the function is simple pole. That pole of the order is equal to 1. That's why we get is the simple pole. Clear? Like this we have to do in our competitive examination. So please remember this classification of the singularity, right? What is the singularity? If denominator will become 0, such type of function we call it as a singularity function. Clear? Like this we have to do. How many principal parts are there? In chord Z, only one principal part is there, right? That part is Z is equal to 0. We started the course. Already we are ending with mathematical methods of physics. Maybe a couple of days my health is not good, that's why I did not take in the classes in app. But even though, right, we are coming into the end of the syllabus. We are under 10 SARs now. After 10 SAR completion, the one group theory is there. That group theory is special unitary group and special orthogonal group is there. If we finish the special unitary and orthogonal group, entire the syllabus portion will complete. Clear? So please take this app, very important to this one. Nowhere you will get it. You have to take in Delhi, you have to take the Kota, you have to go to the UV in Hyderabad. Wherever you go, so you won't get this much of information, this much of content to you, right? So please subscribe our app and listen our classes. You get success in your physics, any competitive examination. Now you have to see here DL physics exam. Maybe next year 2025 there is a job calendar in Telangana. Maybe notification we are expecting DL notification. In that GL notification, physics post also we are expecting. If you want to take that course, if you want to crack that exam previously, and you have to prepare. Initially you have to prepare. That's why you have to take this course and practice, then only you able to crack that exam. Otherwise within the 45 days, within the short period, we won't do anything. We don't have any magic. You have to practice. That's all. Jail also is there. Already I told in jail examination courses in for last jail, so many people, maybe 50 plus students got jail in TGPSC, and 80 plus students got jail in Gurukula, and 5 plus students got DL in Gurukula. From our students, I told in there another academy, I told in the last year. This time I kept my own because you encourage me and you join me, you get the success. Please take these courses. These courses will appear in our app like this: CSIR and GATE physics, JL physics, DL physics, and the CSIR individual papers also we kept. Those papers, if you want, you have to take the individual papers also. Thank you. So please share and subscribe our YouTube channel also. In YouTube channel also, in every topic, one old question I will teach to you. So please listen these topics and enjoy these topics. Thank you so much.